Someone outside. A real, scary, true story. They always say your home is your safe place. But what if it's not? What if, when you close the doors and lock the windows, someone is still outside, watching? This story is not just a rumor. It's not urban legend. It's real. It happened to me, and I'm lucky to be alive to tell you. It began on a rainy Friday evening. I had just moved into a rental house on the edge of town. It was small, old, and a little too quiet, but the price was unbeatable. The neighbors, none within screaming distance, just trees, shadows, and silence. That night I lit a candle, made some tea, and settled down to read. Around 11 p.m., I heard the first knock. It was soft, not the main door, not even from the porch. It came from the side window. 3 slow knocks. I turned toward it, heart suddenly awake. But when I looked out, I saw nothing. Just dark woods and falling rain. I told myself it was nothing. It wasn't. The next morning, I checked outside. Beneath the window were muddy footprints, bare feet. They led from the woods and back into them. I laughed nervously. Maybe a prankster, but who'd walk barefoot in a storm? That night, I kept every light on. I shut the curtains tight. Still, at exactly 11:03 p.m., I heard it again. 3 knocks, this time from the kitchen window. I didn't move, I didn't breathe, and then I heard whispering, indistinct, slow, like a lullaby, but wrong. I grabbed my phone, but there was no signal. Not a single bar. For 3 nights straight, the knocks returned. Sometimes from the bedroom window, once from the attic vent. Each time, always 3 knocks. And then, I saw him. On the 4th night, I stayed up with all the lights off, phone recording, sitting in the living room with a knife in hand. At 11:03 p.m., there he was. A pale man, face pressed against the glass, thin, wet, eyes wide open, too wide, mouth smiling, too wide. He didn't blink, he didn't speak, he just stared. I screamed, but he didn't flinch. He just walked to the next window and knocked. I called the police the next day from town. I showed them the footprints, the scratches on the window frames, the footage. They looked at each other. One officer said, "We've heard about this man." He told me stories of others in the area who had seen the same figure, always at night, always knocking, never breaking in, not at first. One family disappeared without a trace. Another was found inside their home, but every window had been nailed shut from the inside. The officer told me to leave. Tonight, don't wait. I packed my things. But it was already 9 p.m. By 11:03 p.m., the power went out. I was halfway to the door when I saw him inside. Not outside, inside. He stood at the hallway's end, smiling, his mouth open slowly, impossibly wide. He didn't walk. He slid. I ran. But every door was locked. Not by me. Every door was nailed shut, just like the others. I don't know how I escaped. I blacked out, woke up in the woods, scratched, cold, bleeding. The house was empty. Police searched it. They found no man, but the windows were still nailed shut from the inside, and there were fresh, muddy footprints leading into the woods. Some say he's not a man, not anymore. So if you hear 3 knocks at your window at 11:03 p.m., don't look. And never open the door. You think it ends when you escape. You think that once you leave the haunted house, the nightmare stops. But I learned the hard way. It doesn't stop. It follows you. That man, the one outside, he's still watching. After escaping the house, I checked into a cheap roadside motel. Cameras everywhere, people around. I thought I was safe. I taped newspaper over the windows, slept with the lights on. No knocking that night, just silence. But in the morning, The motel clerk asked me something strange. "Why did your friend leave so early?" I froze. "What friend?" He blinked. "The pale guy who stood outside your room all night. Thought he was watching over you." I checked the footage from the lobby cam. There he was, standing still, watching my door for 6 hours straight. He never blinked. I left the motel, stayed with a friend, Rachel. I told her everything. She thought I was traumatized, hallucinating. That night I tried to sleep in her guest room. At midnight I went to the bathroom. The mirror was fogged from the shower she'd taken earlier. I wiped it. Behind me, his reflection. But no one was there when I turned. I screamed. Rachel came running, and then she saw it too. 3 wet footprints in the hallway, leading straight to the guest room. Rachel convinced me to talk to a local paranormal investigator. He listened, quietly, nodded, then asked, "Did he knock 3 times?" "Yes." His face turned white. "You didn't open the door, did you?" "Number never." "Good," he said, "because if you ever do, he enters you." "What do you mean, enters?" He told me the legend of the Hollow Man, a spirit cursed to roam in limbo, begging entry. Those who see him once never lose him, and if you answer his knock, he doesn't break in. He becomes you. 2 days later, Rachel went missing. Her phone kept calling me. When I answered, all I heard was knocking. 3 slow knocks, then silence, then breathing, then, "Behind you." I turned, but no one was there, until I saw my reflection again. He wasn't in the room, but he was in the mirror. His mouth moved, but I couldn't hear the words. Until that night, in my dream, I heard them again. "You let me see you. Now I'll wear your face." I left town. I changed my number, moved across the country. I don't stay in one place longer than a week. Still, he finds me. The knocks continue. Always at 11:03 p.m., always 3 times, always from different windows. I even recorded it, played it back, and I swear, his face appears in the static. I went to a priest. He said, "You're marked. There's only one thing that might save you now." He handed me a blindfold. Never see him again. So here I am. I sleep with the blindfold on, all the lights off, ears covered. But tonight, he knocked 4 times. That's never happened before. Then I heard a voice I hadn't heard in weeks. "Rachel, she's back." Or something wearing her voice is back. She said she let him in. She said now he wants me to do the same. So if I disappear, don't believe I just ran away. If someone knocks at your door tonight, don't answer, because he's not outside anymore. He's in here.